As a Flames fan, I never thought I'd be saying this, but man, do the Edmonton Oilers, they look scary, man. Like, they look so good. Better than I've maybe ever seen them in my lifetime. I'm 22 years old, so I've only ever seen the Oilers be awful. Really, like, I kind of saw their '06 run when I was 6 years old, but this is the best Oilers team I've ever seen. I mean, even better than in 2017 when they won the Pacific Division and they were one game away from making it to the Western Conference Finals when they lost to the Anaheim Ducks. Better than that team. And you know what? There's a few reasons for it, okay? Mike Smith. Look, I know this guy's a wild card. He gets on Oilers fans' nerves. He got on my nerves when he was with the Flames there. But if he can awaken, and by that I mean be the Mike Smith that he was in the 2019 playoffs with the Flames. I mean, I know we lost in 5 against Colorado, but he carried the Flames on his back in that series. In 2012, when he was with the Arizona Coyotes, Mike Smith put on a show to get Phoenix Coyotes at the time to the third round and almost to the Stanley Cup final. Like, I don't care if he's 75 years old, which he is. Like, if this guy turns it on and becomes that Mike Smith, watch out between the pipes. And then on defense, Darnell Nurse is mean and he's big and he's tough. A guy like Cody Ceci, who's awakening. Duncan Keith has been there, done that before. Tyson Barrie can put up crazy amounts of points on the power play. You've got the Bouche bombs in Evan Bouchard. Like, there's a lot of options on defense for the Oilers, and it's not as bad as it's made out to be. It's made out to be like complete Swiss cheese, like it's awful. It's not that bad, dude. I'm telling you, the Oilers' defense is, dare I say, underrated. And you've got guys like Chris Russell who come up and play the hero out of nowhere. I bet a ton of you didn't even know Chris Russell was still in the league. Maybe a ton of you don't even know who that is. But Chris Russell comes up and plays the hero when he wants to. And they've got a few veteran guys who can do that. Duncan Keith being one of them. The man's won 3 Stanley Cups, okay? Cody Ceci can come in and do that once in a while. They are not as bad as people say they are on the back end. And then, do I even need to talk about up front? Come on, okay? 97-29. You know they're going to get their cookies. You know they're going to dominate. I don't care who's on the other side of the ledger, who's the other team, okay? Doesn't matter if it's LA or if it's Tampa Bay, okay? Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl will show up in the playoffs. Again, pains me to say it because they absolutely spank my Flames regularly. Basically every time we play against these two guys, they're unstoppable. They have their way with us. And this is just the way it is. I mean, 8-2 Game 3 in LA. These guys are just going to have their way. Yeah, there's going to be a couple of games where they go quiet, but that's why you have new monsters, okay? Evander Kane. Wow. I know the past trouble, and I know it's controversial that he was even signed and is even back in the NHL, but purely on the ice, as a hockey player, man, has this guy come to play. And a lot of people said, oh, regular season, playoff hat trick the other night. This guy's scary. It's a new component that the Oilers haven't really had because he's a primary scorer and he can be a secondary scorer if you need him to. You've got guys like Yamamoto. I know Puljujarvi's been very, very hot and cold this season, but he can score. And then, if you can have a guy like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, former first overall pick, and yeah, look, he wasn't necessarily first overall pick worthy, but he's a dang good player, dude. Nuge can play. And as a secondary scorer, or maybe even tertiary scorer, man, is that amazing value for a guy like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to have him on your team, second, third line. Wow. And I know a ton of people are saying, oh, they're playing a trash team in LA. LA sucks. That's the only reason Edmonton's winning. Dude, I know that LA is not the greatest playoff team to ever grace the face of the earth, but first of all, they're not terrible. They're a playoff team, and they're a pretty decent one, okay? And secondly, that's not really what this is about to me. To me, it's about all the pieces kind of coming together for the Edmonton Oilers and the confidence that they're going to get from scoring all these goals in a playoff settings, getting a ton of production from different people like Evander Kane, Yamamoto, Puljujarvi, not just 97 and 29. The goaltender getting some confidence, waking up. They have something to rally around in Ben Stelter, the 4-year-old with cancer, the super cute, amazing kid who comes to a bunch of games and cheers them on, kind of like Layla with the St. Louis Blues in 2019. There's a lot of stars aligning for the Edmonton Oilers right now, and no matter who they're playing, it's gonna be a problem, and it's scary, okay, if you're a fan of another team in the Western Conference, because I could definitely see these guys going far. I can absolutely see it. I never would have said that 3, 4, 5 months ago and almost in any other year, but to me, this is a year where these guys are scary. Watch out for the boys in oil country.